Happy Monday, everybody. I hope your day is going fantastic considering it is a Monday. Today we're going to be taking a look at Buzzfeed's newest quiz on how misandrist are you? And I was actually pleasantly surprised when I saw the title of this quiz, simply because the word misandry, in my exchange with many feminists when I've talked to them about misandry, because misandry is the exact opposite of misogyny. Basically, misogyny is women who hate men, men who hate women, and misandry is women who... Basically, it's the exact opposite of misogyny. It's women who hate men, distrust men, blah, 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 same thing. And it's a word that you don't hear used often by women, if not ever, because, well, men can never be oppressed in any instance, according to many third-wave feminists. So because when I saw the title, like, How Misandrist Are You, I was just surprised, because BuzzFeed is actually acknowledging the fact that a word like this actually does exist. And I'm glad that they are doing that. But this is a typical BuzzFeed quiz that we're going to go through, so naturally there's probably going to be problematic questions in this. But we're going to go through it and see what we score and how misandrist I am, or how much you are. How misandrist are you as a woman towards men? How committed to banning men are you? Not very committed at all. I don't think men should really be banned, and I don't think women really should be banned from things either. I don't think that progresses us as a society with having to ban genders from certain things. But let's continue. These questions will appear as new questions will appear as you go along. All right. Oh, of course. Look at this question. How do you sit on public transportation? 1. I make sure to wind myself into the smallest possible knot of a human being, lest I encroach on someone else's space. 2. I spread my legs as wide as possible so that no one, especially not a man, can sit comfortably next to me. I lay directly across as many seats as possible and hiss if when a man politely asks me to move. You know, I can kind of picture that. You know, a third-wave feminist like, sss, 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 go away, sss. My dog's looking at me really weird right now, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I know this is designed for women, but I'm taking it anyway. If I was a woman, I'm not a woman, but if I was a woman, I would... Honestly, if I was a woman, I'd probably spread my legs as wide as possible so that no one, especially not a man, could sit comfortably next to me. What is your favorite beverage? Tea or coffee? Water, soda, or male tears? Oh, definitely the male tears. No, if I was to answer this honestly, I would definitely say water. You're in a meeting and a man is speaking. What do? Politely listen and nod my head attentively. He probably has a lot of interesting and good things to say. Which, true, if you're in a meeting and he's your manager, he may have some valuable things to say in your goddamn job. 2, either not listen, interrupt him, or simply speak over him. Or 3, immediately emit a loud shriek. Oh! That would temporarily deafen all those within a 3-meter radius. Politely listen. How would you react if someone called you a misandrist? I would be sad. I would laugh, and when the person who called me a misandrist asks me to stop, I continue to laugh, my shrill laugh, even louder. You know, that's typically what a feminist would do if you showed that there is women who are misandric towards men. I don't know the statistics of that, but I'm sure there are third-wave feminists who would just chuckle. So, if someone called me... Actually, yeah, I'll just keep it at that. How do you establish dominance? I don't. Silly. Men are naturally dominant, which is... Look, men are not always naturally... A man does not always have to be dominant, okay? That's dumb. I puff up really big and never break eye contact. I menstruate on my territory. Yeah, I don't think... women really like that type of answer. I menstruate on my territory. I mean, you're not a fucking bitch. Ideally, you're not. Who literally has a period and bleeds everywhere like a dog does. It's kind of degrading the fact that BuzzFeed is actually kind of, in a way, mocking women for having periods, saying, I menstruate on my territory. I don't want to answer any... The thing is, you shouldn't be trying to, if you're in a work environment, you shouldn't be trying to establish dominance. If it's a sex thing, that's different. I don't want to answer either of these, to be honest. Men straight on my territory, I guess. I'll just go along with that one. How do you feel about all women reboots of movies? What's the point? They will never be as good as original, as men are funnier than women. Anyway, I love anything all-female. Everything should be all-female. I wish the planet was all-female. Wow. Those are two drastic goddamn... There couldn't be... See, that's what I hate about these quizzes. It's so black and white. It's almost like the questions themselves are nothing more than an ultimatum. And I don't know how anyone takes these fucking quizzes seriously, much less the person who makes them. How do you feel about all women reboots of movies? See, I don't want to say that a reboot with a movie could never be as good as a film with a man. Men are funnier than women anyways. I don't want to say that either. Some women are really funny, but typically those women who think they're really funny have to tell us how funny they fucking are. And they're not funny. I love all female everything. Everything should be all female. You know what? Maybe you know what? Maybe I should just take on the role as a feminist here and answer these according to what a feminist would answer. Do you often speak down to men? Hopefully never. All the time. I would call an elected male leader to any nation, state, darling, and slap him on the bottom if I got the chance. Oh. Yes, partially because every single one of them is far superior than I, and partially because I'm 50-foot-tall monster that towers above all mortal beings, therefore I literally have no choice. Okay, at this point, I don't think this quiz is even honestly serious. I think this is, now that I think about it, now that I'm actually taking these questions, I think this is actually making fun of misandry to where it doesn't exist. I really truly believe that, because these questions don't even... Do you speak down to... Look, if you're a woman, you shouldn't speak down to somebody. If you're a man, you shouldn't speak down like that. You don't... Unless they deserve it, and there's very circumstantial situations where someone needs to be talked down to, you shouldn't do it in general. What's with common decency? Have you ever woman-splained something to a man that clearly you knew more about a subject? I cannot speak, sorry. Have you ever woman-splained something to a man that clearly knew more about a subject than you? See, why is it that women get so upset, third-wave feminists get so upset when a man tries to explain something from their perspective? Simply from their perspective on something that they may have dealt with on a personal level. Maybe they lost their kid in a court battle or something like that, and they try to explain their position, and they're like, I don't want to hear you fucking mansplain this to me. But when using words like women's, you know, I'm going to woman-explain this to you, that's perfectly acceptable by women's standards, but not when a man does it. Like, if you can't take a man explain something to you seriously, why the fuck should we take something you have to say seriously? I want equality between men and women, and part of that is taking both people seriously when they have valid things to say. No, never. I always listen politely to men. They're so smart and tall. I've been accused of doing so, but they just didn't understand what I was saying, obviously. Haha. How could a pathetic human man possibly know more than me, a powerful and strong female 50-foot lizard monster? Sorry, Buzzfeed. I'm the original lizard monster. I'm the original daddy reptile. If you're watching this video, please write a comment down saying hashtag daddy reptile. I was here before fucking goddamn Leafy anyway. Have you ever... See, all men are smart. I fucking hate these questions. No, not all men... Can I not... No, I didn't want to... Wow. It won't let me... I didn't want to select that. Well, we're gonna fucking fail this. Let's see how misandrist we are. It won't... like, once you choose, it doesn't let you change it. A man comes up to you while you're waiting for a bus, and he tells you that you're beautiful, and could he have your number? How do you react? Wow! That is so brave and strong of him. It must have taken him a lot of courage for him to come up, and even though I'm just trying to get to the shops and have absolutely no interest in being approached by strangers, I would emit a loud piercing shriek, for he has disturbed my peace, and continue to do so until he flees. He wouldn't actually come up to me because I would have to put a hex on him the moment he set his eyes on me, turning him into a pile of newts. Have you ever put a man in the friend zone? No, absolutely not. I always give nice guys a chance, and I would never dream of merely being friends with a man if he's sexually attracted towards me. 2, Yes, all the time. I specifically find it really, really nice guys, and then I... Evili? I've never heard. Evili. E-V-I-L-Y. I've never seen that word before. Befriend them and not once offer to give them a blowjob. Yes, except it's really what I call the cage of my gigantic pet Hydra, who is called Friend, and is very healthy and organic diet made up of purely as nice guys. What the fuck is... This has to be a troll. This has to be a fucking troll. Do you think sexism against men exists? Of course. All bad things men experience isn't a consequence by limiting gender binary that negatively affects everyone in society, but by discriminating against men. No, because sexism requires a total historical legacy of discrimination and institutionalized disadvantages in place. I think a lot of third-wave feminists would say that women can't actually discriminate against men. If so, if a woman believes that you can't discriminate against men, discrimination entitles every gender, entitles every skin color, encompasses everything for the most part. That's the thing about discrimination, is people think that it has to do with gender specifically or your color of your skin, when it deals with so much more than just those things. Discrimination encompasses so much, and to view it as a gender thing only is a really, really naive and ignorant way to think. Oh, look, that was it, guys. You got it. You're 60% misandrist. You harbor plenty of hatred for men. However, you've not grown all-powerful from it. Be sure to get a hearty serving of male tears, and soon you should see your skin become healthy and scaly, and your entire body grow into huge proportions and take the form of a terrifying, dragon-like creature. Only then will you be a true misandrist. Yep. Well, good for the thing is, I actually want to be a reptile. I am a reptile. I love reptiles. I am the original reptile, Daddy Reptile. This quiz is a scam. This is not serious, which is actually kind of sad, because I thought the way this quiz started, I thought it was serious, and now it's not. Clearly they're making a parody of anything that men deal with in terms of discrimination, sexism, or whatnot, that misandry doesn't exist. They're using the word, but the way they're mocking it is very clear indication that they're not taking this seriously at all. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Ever come across any new Buzzfeed articles, Buzzfeed videos, feel free to send them to my Twitter at Mr. Repzion. Also, if you didn't check out my last video from yesterday, it's also linked down below in the description. All my links are linked down below in the description. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Monday.